Hello guys, and welcome to another video here in Chennai. This is my last day. I'm here with my friend Chris.
What's up, guys?
So we're just here at the beach enjoying another beach day here, because usually in the evening we do come to the beach and just enjoy it. Sometimes we got ice cream, we got some street food, we got some other things too, and just honestly I think it's like one of my favorite places here in Chennai to visit. What would you say?
Yeah, I think it's one of my favorite places too, and it's the only place I like hanging out in the late evenings because it starts to cool down in the city. The breeze comes off the coastline. It's beautiful, nice place. And I must say, every evening when we come out here, there's so much going on. Like, if you come out here during the day, it's not like your average beach where there's just people swimming and stuff. I haven't really saw that. But in the evenings, they come out with carnival games, all kinds of street food, families everywhere. It's a completely different experience.
And if you want to catch more of the beach vibes, he made a few videos on his channel, and also I made a few videos on my channel too. So you get more of the beach vibes. I think I maybe did like 2 or 3 just of the beach, because to be honest, it's just like the best place, one of the best places in Chennai. So if you do come to Chennai, come to the beach. And then also I'd say go to the mall too. The mall is like not so far away from us too, which is like 10 or 15 minutes away, which I also recorded a video about that too.
Yeah, the mall's been a good spot to hang out, especially during the day when there's when it's so hot outside. I'm getting distracted by all the things happening around, like all the crazy drivers. But when it's hot outside, the mall's been a lifesaver. And to be honest, we've been eating a lot of food inside the mall as well because, well, to be honest with you guys, my stomach can't handle all of the things on the street. So when I make them for the videos, usually I gotta pay for it.
Definitely, I have to pay the price. But the street food is delicious here, but you just may have to watch out like on the cleanliness. Some places maybe are not as clean that you're used to.
I would say the majority are not clean.
Majority?
Like the majority are not clean. But it's part of the experience, so you gotta dabble in it. But as I mentioned, like, it's just because we're not used to it. Exactly. We're not used to it, and like the other day I had a pani puri, and I would probably blame it on the water that was used for the pani puri, but man, I was having some puri on the toilet every single day for like 3 days straight. So
yeah, so it's something you guys have to watch out for.
But other than that, amazing time here in Chennai.
So yeah, this is like, yeah, so I want to talk about more about like how you feel about like being in India. So Chennai is your 3rd city in India or 4th, or how many cities have you been to?
This is my 4th city in India.
4th cities. What 4 cities have you been to?
I've been to Mumbai, Delhi, Agra, and now Chennai.
What is your favorite city in India?
Chennai, 100%.
Why?
It's way more chill, way more relaxed. I feel like Mumbai and Delhi are just 2 massive cities, and everybody's on the hustle. Like, there's a lot of people on the hustle here too, obviously, but in Mumbai and Delhi, okay, I'll leave Mumbai out the picture, but Delhi, you can't walk around as a tourist. There's always a tuk-tuk following you, always somebody trying to overcharge you. Granted, I'm sure there's plenty of good people. I just didn't really come across them when I was there. I did meet amazing locals on the road that are just like doing their normal shopping. I want to know where you're from, but like everybody that's working, especially in the touristic areas, like, but that's like most places in the world, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna switch our side.
They're overcharging tourists all the time, and man, it turns into, oh man, how can I say it? Like, you get to a point where normal people are trying to talk to you that don't want to sell you anything, and you almost brush yourself away from them as well because you feel like, man, somebody else is going to take advantage of me right now if I sit here and talk to them for 5 minutes. And that's a horrible feeling because Indian people are super lovely, so nice, and they love to conversate, but those few bad apples ruin it for everybody else. And I feel like that's a reason why some people leave with a bad impression of India, is because they come across just these totes or people that are trying to take advantage of them in these big cities, and then they go back home and spread negative messages about a place. And I feel like some of my videos I made last year were kind of that way as well, because I ran into so many of those problems. But now I'm here in Chennai, it's completely different. I'm loving it, and it's completely changed my outlook entirely.
That's good. Yeah, because one of the reasons I came to India was actually my friend Chris was like, yo, come to India, it's a nice country, a lot of things to see. So I was like, might as well see for myself. And I just came from Kolkata to Chennai, so Chennai is my 2nd city. And I have to say, Chennai is a bit better than Kolkata. Like, I'd say it's a little bit less hectic.
Thank you.
What I like about Chennai versus Kolkata is they have a beach, which Kolkata doesn't have.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Kolkata is nice too. It's like West Bengal. They call it West Bengal because it's right next to Bangladesh. So I feel like it's a whole different atmosphere. When you're going to these different cities in India, did you feel like it was like each city had its own like little taste? From what I've seen from Kolkata
Yeah,
and Chennai,
kind of, but Mumbai and Delhi were both just massive cities, so it was kind of the same. Yeah, I'd say they were kind of the same, except obviously Mumbai has a coast as well. It's, I don't know. Yeah, I guess they are kind of different, but those two cities are just like the biggest cities in India, or I think the top two biggest cities in India, and yeah, they were a bit complicated to get around as a tourist without like people just constantly trying to come up to you and sell you things. So it was nice. It was a different experience though, and I think like flying into Delhi on your very first time coming into India is a completely different experience. Like I think if you come into like Chennai, Kerala, if you start in the south and work your way north, it's going to be a lot more pleasant experience because you can like get a feel for the place before you just dive on into the craziness. Because those cities are crazy. It's like going to any big city. Yeah, it's like if somebody just drops you in the middle of New York City. Oh my God, you're just gonna be like, what's going on here? And in New York City, there's the same thing. Everybody, hey, you want to come here? You want to do this? You want to buy the Broadway? You want to go to this? And you know, and they're all scamming people too. So it's not just in India. It's just, I'm just keeping it real with you guys because those are the things you're gonna come across in those big cities.
Yeah. There's a lot of people, in general, I'm not used to like all these horns and toot toot, beep beep, this and that. I'm not really used to it, to be honest. But it's something, if you do come to India, you have to really just be relaxed and try to drown out. Actually, the first week, I was a little bit nervous, to be honest, guys, because I wasn't used to all these horns beeping, so many people, so many different crowds. Because I just came from Malaysia, so I wasn't used to like the different atmosphere. But now, as I'm progressing through my trip, this is my second week here, it's more relaxed. I'm not gonna lie, I'm like adjusting to the environment. Definitely you need some time to adjust, for at least me. What do you think regarding adjusting to the environment?
No, I don't think you need really any time to adjust. I just think it's just a completely different part of the world. But you know, you might feel uncomfortable, you might feel insecure in certain situations, but you know, you got really nothing to worry about here in India. People are lovely, people are nice. No one's gonna come up and like steal something from you. Yeah, it feels safe. Like I said, they might scam you. The tuk-tuk drivers might overcharge you, but they're not gonna cause harm to you. Overall, I think it's a very safe country. Yeah, I don't think there's really any worries besides that. Like you just gotta constantly be on your toes and make sure you bargain, especially as a tourist walking around, because they will hit you hard with prices. But you also run into plenty of honest people as well.
That's true.
We've met so many honest people. I have, at least this time here in Chennai, more so than people that wanted to take advantage of me. The only people that I can say overcharged me 100% this entire trip were the tuk-tuk drivers. But
those guys could get you guys. Watch out.
It's fair. I mean, they're overcharging me, and they're charging me $1.50 for my ride. It's cool. Like it's not hurting me. To be honest, if they can make a couple extra cents from a foreigner, then why not? Whatever. But some people, like earlier today, charged me $400, and I paid it because I was filming. But I wanted to make an example out of him because he's the only person this entire trip that like has told me more than $200 for a tuk-tuk.
There is Uber, guys. Just to let you know, there is Uber, but it's easier just to grab one of these tuk-tuks. They're for hire. You just ask them where to go, and they'll take you. Usually, you have to wait for Uber. There is Uber too if you want to get a fixed price. But yeah, I would agree with Chris. The only time I'd get like scammed or something would be the tuk-tuk drivers, because they do have these meters in the tuk-tuk. Like here, let me try to show you guys real quick. Like there's like a meter, it says for hire right in the back seat. They have that, but they're never gonna put on the meter. I can't even speak. Has there ever been a time that they put on the meter for you? Yeah, see?
But that happens everywhere. Same as everywhere.
That's true. You just gotta be.
No one's gonna put on a meter for you anywhere in the world. You even go to Thailand and you gotta like beg them to turn on the meter because they all say it's broken. So yeah, nothing new there.
Hey, you know what, Chris? Let's change our way. Let's show more of the boardwalk a little bit. I think that'd be nicer. Wow, it's actually really packed today. It's a Sunday right now, guys, so everyone's just having a good time over here. You got corn. No, thank you. Wow, guys. Have you ever seen the beach this crowded, bro? It's Really crowded.
It's super busy.
Yeah.
This entire week I haven't seen it this busy.
And let me show you guys real quick how like the boardwalk area of the beach is. One of the liveliest places here too. So I want to talk to you guys also about like budgeting for your India trip. Like food here is cheap, but depending where you want to go, if you want to eat the street foods, on average, I think for each street food I've been paying for like corn, for water, and for everything, I'd pay like 20, 30 rupees. What would you say is like a fair price for like a street food? Like,
I don't know.
Like pani
It
puri?
totally depends. Everything's priced differently. Like
Pani, yeah, go on.
Yeah, 30 to 60 rupees for just depending on what you eat.
So that's less than $1. But if you do want to eat maybe cleaner and you want to stay in AC like the mall, you're going to be paying, like we've been paying for meals, we've been paying like $4 to like $5 per meal. So it does get a little bit more expensive. But if you want to eat one of these like street food vendors, less than 100 rupees, you can eat pretty well. So guys, I think that's going to be it. I just wanted to do a quick video with Chris because it's our last days here. So I just wanted to get more of a feel of like what he thought about India and also give you a feel like what I think about India. All in all, I think it's a
great place. You got to come. It's not for everybody, but it is an experience worth having. India's, there's just a culture shock everywhere you look. And for someone that comes from like the US, from Europe, you come to here and it's just completely different. But every place is worth visiting. Every place in the world is worth visiting, and you can't take anybody's. You can't really take everybody's advice. You got to take everybody's advice with a grain of salt because everybody has a different experience. There's people that love it. There's people that hate it. Same with most places in the world. I've had people tell me that Thailand's an absolute hellhole.
Oh wow!
And it's my favorite place in the world. So everybody's gonna have their own impressions, their own opinions, but it's up to you if you're gonna actually go out there and experience it on your own, or you're just gonna live vicariously through everybody else's ideas and experiences. But I definitely would much rather make them on my own. So yeah, come out to India. It's worth it.
You heard it from Chris, and I would say the same thing, but just be ready, as basically what he said, just be ready for a culture shock because it might be completely different from where you're from. Like I'd say it's completely different from the West, like all the Western countries, as he said. But it is nice. There's a lot of things to see. The people are friendly. Things compared to Western standards are cheaper. Like for like street food over here is like 30 rupees for like a cup of watermelon or something. So they do have a lot of foods over here and things to do. Yeah, that being said, guys, love you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace. And if you want to see more videos around the world, click somewhere up on the screen. And if you want to check out my friend's channel, he makes a lot of travel channels, a lot of travel videos. So bye guys.
Later guys.